Travis, park is still open with the government funding shut down, but services are very limited. How's that affecting your businesses?
You know, in town it really isn't, other than people calling uncertain of what's available. So it's really just getting the word out, and some anxiety for some folks of what to expect. But unfortunately, there's not a lot of changes. Most of the concessions are starting to shut down some operations. Those that are open are there. Visitor centers are closed, and so that's an impact for sure to the visitor experience. And then some restrooms and some of the maintenance. But fortunately, we're kind of now into that slower time. If this happened in July, it'd be a nightmare. But we've had this before, and so it's not too bad. It's just letting people know and ask people to be respectful and pay attention to what's going on. There's not a lot of people in there to help if something goes wrong. There is emergency services, of course, but a lot of it's just people don't know, and word gets out, and the Park Service does put some information out, but it's so fluid and happens so quickly. There's only so much they can do at a time. So we've had a lot of calls just the last couple days, and a lot this morning, and then things will smooth out. And hopefully this only goes for a couple days and then kicks in. It seems like it will usually go through a weekend or a week, and then we're back to what we had before. But it's really doesn't impact business a lot, just a lot of questions and a lot of uncertainty for folks.
You seen anybody cancel because they just don't know what to expect?
No, we do get a lot of calls wondering. We've had quite a few just the last couple days, but haven't had any cancellations regarding it. And so that's good. That would be really painful. We've had that in the past when they used to shut down and lock the gate and that kind of thing, but they haven't done that in a number of years, and so they've managed it much differently. And so that's good. So on behalf of the concessionaires and the public, like West Yellowstone and the other gateway entrances, they've been really good about keeping things open for us. Things are slowing down, but it's still pretty busy. The weather's been pretty nice, and so I don't think it's having a huge financial impact, just impacting those employees that don't know when their next paycheck is coming, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Now you run tours into the park also. So what are you telling your guests who are going on a tour?
The same thing, just to expect that there might be a couple less stops. We can change the tour accordingly. It's pretty easy, so they're going to get the full experience. We take lunches in already, and so they just need to know. But they always call and like, okay, are we going on this tour? Is it going to happen? And so we're trying to reach out now to the next few. We don't have a lot. It's definitely slowed down, but we got about a tour or two every day for the next week or so. So we're just reaching out saying, we're still here. The tours are happening. We're going to have a great time. And so that way they don't get too worried about it. And they're planning trips, and it's kind of hard not knowing. So we just got to get a hold of everybody and let them know.
Yeah. And if this would go beyond, say, a week, then what sort of issues crop up for you?
Really, operationally for us, not much in the park. The restrooms, especially some of the outdoor restrooms, can be some maintenance issues that start happening there. And in the past, the park's done a really nice job of taking care of that. Sometimes we help out. Maybe it's just making sure you have what you need. So go in prepared, full tank of gas and some food. And there are those services, of course, available in the park. And just be prepared. Like I say, it's mostly the visitor service type stuff. Restrooms, where public restrooms might be available. I think most of those are still open. We're waiting to hear if they're closing any. Usually they keep them open. But sometimes the restocking doesn't get done, and so we haven't really had that problem for a long time, so I don't suspect that'll be an issue, but they'll cross that bridge when they get there.
Yeah, I remember in 2018, 2019, some of the businesses here in West and some up in Gardner as well offered to help with some of that maintenance. I actually rode in with one of your winter tours that January, where the guide was replacing toilet paper and cleaning up. Now, I did read the memo. I read the National Parks memo. Okay. And I see that they're not reimbursing anybody who's offering to help. Have you guys made an offer, or is there talk about that around town yet?
No, there hasn't been yet. If this goes on much more than a week, it'll probably happen. The last time it happened, it was in the winter, and the winter's a little different ball game because everyone's guided, so it was easy for us operators to get together and kind of take care of that. A little different in October, where it's open to the general public without guides and quite frankly, just a lot more traffic. That's probably what we'd end up doing anyway, but at this point, we haven't got to that. We haven't crossed that bridge yet, but we'll see. The nice thing is when we've had this in the past and we get to a predicament, everyone kind of bands together pretty quickly. So not too worried about it, just uncertain about how that's going to look yet. There's not really a strong contingency plan. Hopefully the contingency plan is DC gets things together and we don't have this conversation in a few days.
Yeah, have you contacted our representatives at all?
I haven't yet. No, I usually put something together. I just haven't. We got all the information just this morning, and so we're just making plans and putting out a lot of public comments on social media, for instance, saying, "Hey, it's open. You can come. Don't worry. We'll take care of you. We'll help you out." So mostly it's just letting people know, "Hey, we're still here, and the park's still here, and it's a great time to come."